One of the interesting aspects of traveling from one universe to the next that we see in science fiction and fantasy is the idea of a portal, such as like in Narnia with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The wardrobe itself is a portal to go to another world. And you see this in a lot of children's books and also in adult fantasy fiction. But there is an advancement upon this idea that you'll notice in books like A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. Now, what is that aspect? And it's more so in sci-fi versus fantasy that you're going to notice this. But it's a concept in mathematics and in problem solving in general and in physics that a lot of people don't realize could potentially exist. So when you're traveling from one world to another in the multiverse, one of the concepts of that is the idea in Madeleine L'Engle's book, A Wrinkle in Time, is the Tesseract. But how did the father of Meg and Charles, how did this man travel? And what a lot of people don't really pay attention to is that he solved a problem such that solving that problem or having the comprehension about the real world or the physical world in such a way that he understood things, given that he had, in fact, solve the problem that he was working on in physics, he was able to go on that wrinkle in time such that the mere comprehension or understanding or solving of the problem of how a tesseract works allowed him to go from one world to another. So this is an interesting aspect. Could there be a real life problem in mathematics or computer science or physics such that if you solved it, it would change your understanding of reality to the extent that simply by solving the problem and comprehending the meaning of its solution and the application of that solution to the world around you so as to perform a function, you could literally open a gateway with that knowledge so as to travel between universes. This is really an interesting aspect that you can use in fantasy and sci-fi. Instead of using portals, is that by solving this problem in mathematics or physics, you would be able to go somewhere. And so what if you were, for instance, trying to teleport from one area to another, and the way that you would do it is such that all you would need to do is solve some form of proof such that once you found out that something was a truth or a fact about reality, it altered the laws as you understood them, given your experience with physics so that you could understand the quantum realm. It's really, it's a neat idea, but yeah.